Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network, connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and our real connections. Thank you so much for joining me. I do this each and every day, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern. I share a morning message in hopes of not only inspiring you for the day, but keeping you motivated each and every day. So I'm excited to dive on in. I seek inspiration from a number of different channels, a number of different ways to be able to determine. I want to make sure that I can hear. Maybe be able to determine whether or not what I'm going to say on any given morning message, right? Not even whether or not, what I'm going to say on any given morning message. Good morning, Lisa. How are you? And every day it kind of changes based on what it is that I got going on, or what it is that I've heard, or what it is that I'm listening to, or what it is that I'm feeling within the moment. So many people have asked me, how do I prep? How do I prepare? Is it scripted? One, it's definitely not scripted. Good morning, Rebecca. It's not scripted. It's not anything that I plan. It's more impulsive based on the day. When I talked about, starting this in its infancy. This is segment number, I gotta look as it relates. It's segment number, oh my gosh, 234. So when I started this journey, and this was in the beginning of the pandemic, I started this journey and I said, I need to be able to feel better and purposeful each and every day. It hit me hard, like it hit a lot of people. But for those of you that don't know, we had a studio in Center City, Philadelphia, where people came and I interviewed them all morning. And then we worked from the city and traveled around and then produced content and produced shows for our digital network. And so I did that each and every day. I autopiloted myself over the bridge. I live in southern New Jersey. I drove over the bridge. I went to the studio, was engaging with people, sitting shoulder to shoulder, and really diving into these amazing conversations in person. When this happened, good morning, Candy. When all of this happened, I was devastated. I was shook because I loved people and love them still. And for those of you that can feel me through the screen or through your smartphone, when you sat in a room with this energy, you could feel it magnified. And it's not necessarily just for me to give energy off, it's for me to receive it. And I knew that I'd be missing something in that space. I knew that I'd be missing that kind of energy. And I spent literally the first 2 weeks of this, what would be quarantine, sulking. I was not okay. I was very much in a situation where I was feeling bad for myself. I was feeling bad for what I could no longer do. I was feeling frustrated that things weren't moving at the pace in which I needed them to, only to realize my wise sister, as she called me in the middle of one of these fogs, and she said to me, Sheldon, you didn't do this. Like, the coronavirus, the COVID is not you. You didn't do this. You didn't prepare less for this. You didn't over prepare for this. You didn't, put things in motion. You didn't do this. It's all how you react to what is happening is going to make the difference. So that and a lot of, Pinot Grigio got me to this space where I was like, I have to do something. I have to do something not only for me, but for the community that I have built, and in hopes of building a larger community, in hopes, good morning, Donna, in hopes of reaching out to people during this time. And so I started these morning messages, and I started them diligently and knowing that I had to do them each and every day to give myself rhythm. Because those first 2 weeks, I was eating sleeves of Oreos like they were cobs of corn, right? And I was just diving in. Because when you start, you can't stop. And I was diving in and feeling bad for myself and feeling bad for the situation and feeling as if I could not move forward until I took control of the situation. And so today, when a lot of you are in the space, in the mindset, when you're like, I want to bounce back to who it is that I was. I heard this morning. This is the slogan, I believe, for Comcast Television, Xfinity Television, bouncing forward, right? So all of us are thinking, oh wait, I'm going to bounce back to where it is that I was and what it is that I need, right? And what it is that I was doing each and every day. Thank you so much, Rebecca, right? And what it is that I was doing every day. I don't want to bounce back to who I was before BQ, before quarantine. I don't want to bounce back to her. I want to bounce forward to more. I want to bounce forward to everything that woman, BQ, didn't even dream was possible. That woman, BQ, was not talking to people from all over the globe. She was fixated on what was going on in that Philadelphia studio. She was fixated on that four walls and in that geographic area. She was not a global entity. She was limited. So I'm not bouncing back to her. I don't have any interest in bouncing back to her. I'm bouncing forward. And so when you are saying, I want to get my groove back, you want to get your groove forward, right? You want to move forward. The trajectory of your greatness is in front of you. It is not behind you. It is not in what you were. It is what you will soon become. And I say soon in what it is that you're about to do, because we are so much closer to it than we could possibly ever imagine. This backward thinking, if I could just get myself to where I was before quarantine, who wants to be there? We're not there. She's gone, guys. And it's not gone in a depressing way, in a sad way, in a regretful way. It's gone because we have better. We have more to do. We have more to accomplish and more to even conceive of, because now we are connected to each other in this global space. Or you can dream bigger or dream differently. There is a power in dreaming differently. There is a power in looking forward versus wanting to be what you were. That time literally is gone. It cannot be recreated. It is a memory. It is a memory. And we need to bounce forward. And so many of us are like, I got to bounce back. I got to bounce back. No, my loves, you got to bounce forward. And to be inspired by a Comcast commercial, I am. I truly was. I lifted my head up in such like, whoo, like, did they just say bounce forward? They just said bounce forward. That is so impactful, because we're all trying to bounce back. We're all trying to get back to where we need to be. Katricia, how are you, love? We're all trying to get back to where we were, and back before, we were in lockdown, and back before there was quarantine. Nobody wants her. I don't want to be back to where I was. I want to be better than what I was. I want to be greater than what it is that she could even dream of. Because the world is my stage, because opportunity is in front of me if I move forward. We are so dwelling on what it is that we had and what we lost. And I'm not saying that there is nothing to mourn within what it is that we lost. The day-to-day rhythm in which we had, the connection that we had with each other, the way in which we communicated. Yes, we can mourn that. But we must move forward, right? We must move forward in that way. It can't be a situation where you are trying to bounce back. You must bounce forward. Forward. That is the only motion, right? You can reminisce on what it is that you were and what it is that you did, so you can learn from those lessons and that time in the valley, but you can't live there. You have to bounce forward. Understand what it is that you've got going on. Understand the potential that you have. Understand that there is better to come if you move in that direction. Pay attention to the direction in which you are moving in today. Are you dwelling on things in which you cannot change? Are you continuously telling the same story that everyone has heard in a way that does not benefit you, only to justify how far you haven't come? As opposed to focusing on what you are willing to do, what you can do, what you will do. I want you to bounce forward today. I want you to understand that everything that you have dreamt to be, even if you must take baby steps in order to do that, those steps must be forward. Those steps must be moving in the forward direction. You must look clearly at where it is that you need to go and put one foot in front of the other and move towards it. We're not bouncing back. Right? I can't wait till I bounce back. Even, I think of this even from a health standpoint. I love to brag about the fact that I was a Division I athlete, right? And that was the thing. That body, that 21-year-old body, woo, Sheldon, right? And for me to pretend that I can bounce back to that body is foolish. It's crazy. It's unimaginable. And it is truly, truly discouraging. Right? Because you're always trying to fit in those jeans that are now gone. You're always trying to fit in a space that has left you. I will never wear those jeans again, intentionally, because I'm going to bounce forward to the body that I cherish today. If you are constantly trying to get into things, into jeans, into spaces, fit yourself into a place that you just left, Whether you intended to leave or you were forced to leave, that is not the issue. It is time for you to bounce forward. Everything that you need is forward. Everything that you want is forward. I'm going to get the body that 43-year-old Sheldon needs. I'm not going to dwell on the body that 23-year-old Sheldon took advantage of and did not pay attention to, right? Because 43-year-old Sheldon's going to cherish it. She's going to feel great. She's going to feel better. She's going to be there for her children. I can't be worried about 23-year-old Sheldon. I can't be bouncing backwards. I don't want that. I want my body to bounce back. No, I don't. I want to bounce forward. I want my new body with my new mindset and my new life. That's what I want. And I think that you need to be able to figure out what that feels like and looks like for you. You don't want the business that you had in 2010. You might want that revenue, but not the business. Things have changed, right? You are not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. We got to move forward. Because when we bounce back, right, it's not the same, isn't it? Everything is different, right? When you go back to that space, it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. You might have those memories that recur, right? It's like going back and seeing your old high school. You're like, oh, these are the good times. Oh, that you are in. I am excited to be bouncing forward, and I'm excited to be bouncing forward with all of you. My hope is that you are in a space where you are feeling good about where it is that you are going, but knowing that that onus, that responsibility is on you, that you are not searching for what you were, searching for what you had, but you are looking forward to what you can become. You're looking forward to what you can receive. My goal for all of you is for you to not bounce back, but for you to bounce forward. I'm Sheldon Bartlett Rumor, and this is it. Always a pleasure to chat with you each and every day. I am so excited to be able to dive into our morning message Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern. If you feel as if somebody in your life is dwelling on what they were and not moving forward to what it is that they want, please share this with them. Again, I come on Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network, connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We have Social Media 101 on Monday, March 8th. I need for all of you to attend. Back to basics, simplistic things that you can do in order to make an impact, grow your community, as well as pay attention to the community that you have. I'm so looking forward to sharing that with all of you. Registrations are all over our platform, so please don't hesitate to register today. I'll be sending out more information for you to do so. Please join us. Again, if you're interested in learning more about becoming a Scream Your Dream member, information can be found within the post. If you are interested in just hanging out with me and learning a little bit more about personal branding, reach out to me, leave me a message or comment below. And then I would love to be able to make sure that we are all hanging in there. Tonight is Thursday, so at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have Chell Chats, my little version of TED Talks, but it's an opportunity for me to interview and chat with key influential folks within our community, within the Scream Your Dream community. So on our Scream Your Dream community page at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be chatting with Yolanda Christopher. She's absolutely wonderful and doing some amazing things, so you don't want to miss out on that. So you'll get the notification when we go live, and I hope that you tune in and ask my friend some questions. Again, I'm Sheldon Bartlett Rumor. Make sure you head over to thisisit.tv to check out all of our new episodes, and log on to thisisittv.com and follow us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.